In the clip you're about to watch from the UK Child Abuse Rally, Bill interviews fellow victims and survivors, including Maureen Smith, whose children are in care and who was locked up in a police cell for 48 hours after sending one of her children a birthday card. If you are a supporter of Pie and Mesh Films, we would ask you to help us to continue with our fights against child abuse and for you and your family's civil liberties by donating whatever you can afford or by purchasing our films from our website to enable us to continue giving you the hard-hitting facts. God bless all victims and survivors.
How old are you, darling?
47.
47?
Yes.
Nearly as old as me.
Stayed silent for 54 years.
What was your abuse?
I was abused, sexually abused through the age of 7 to the age of 13.
Are we talking about the family or are we talking about institution?
No, family.
By family?
Mother's boyfriends.
Strangers?
Yeah. Boyfriends coming into the house.
Yeah, not your own people?
No.
Not your own people?
No.
Okay.
No, she's not been abused.
You're free, good, because we need a calming influence. We need steady minds. You know what I mean? We need some people whose heads haven't been fucked by it to tell us when we're being a little bit crazy, don't we? Do you tell each other?
She keeps saying all the time.
Now, what about you?
It was a babysitter when I was abused. I was 11, I was 13.
Yeah. 13.
11-year-old.
Yeah.
13-year-old.
Right.
He was 23.
He was 23.
Yeah.
And I was a wee kid.
Yeah.
But getting there now.
Yeah.
Fighting for everybody else.
How long did it go on for?
Just 2 years. But that's enough.
So, you know, I think when we just look at this lady's face when she's telling that story, I think we've got to stop this, and we've got to stop it now. I'm going to be talking to these girls. You have a great day. I'll talk to you again, girls. And, yeah. So this is a good job, you know what I mean? Started off as a shit job, but now I'm getting all the birds around me. Well done, girls. Right, lovely. I'm just going to have a look around.
All right.
So,
Okay.
This is a lady
Doesn't want to go on
who's
camera.
I want to go on camera.
You don't want to go on camera? She's already on there. No, it's got her arm around me. Do your handbag up, someone will nick it out there, you're in London here. So this is Maureen Smith, and Maureen Smith has been treated absolutely appallingly by the establishment. She's lost her children, and if I recall correctly, recently Maureen's children who have been taken into care, she sent her son a birthday card and she was arrested for it and put into a cell because she done it. Am I right?
48 hours detained.
48 hours, Maureen.
Detained, yeah. And I was told also to, for my own safety, to take my clothes off and put a gown on to demean me and belittle me as well. Yeah, it was disgusting.
Terrible. Look at these eyes. So they stripped her. And that's what I want to stop in young offenders institutions. I want guards stopped willy-nilly just pulling over young offenders and stripping them down in front of the other offenders. That's not right. That's what we call nonsense. And I'm also here today to expose the age of consent at the Vatican City, which is just 12. 12. Well, actually, they just put it up. They put it up in 2009 from 12 to 14 after I released a film called Sun, Sea and Satan exposing it. And the Pope is coming over here. That's why we want to arrest him, because, can we put that back on me? Because the Pope is guilty of what's called vicarious liability. Now, vicarious liability means that if you are working in an institution and you are made aware of a crime that is going on, but you don't do anything about it, then you are vicariously liable for that. And that's what I want to do with the Pope. Now, also, in the Pope's Vatican City, there are 800 priests that live in that city. No one else lives in that city, and they're all celibate. Now, celibate means you can't have a bunk up, doesn't it? That's what it means. You can't have sex. They're celibate. Why do they need an age of consent of 12? And like I say, since we sent out Sun, Sea and Satan, they just put their age of consent up to 14 to match Italy and Spain. And that is why paedophiles like Gary Glitter want to go to Spain and Italy and France, because they got a low age of consent and they won't be arrested for it. If they do what they want to do to the kids in this country at 12 or 14, they will be arrested. But if they go there, they can do it. It's a pleasure meeting you. Give me that one. Where are you going? Where are you going? You're coming back. Never frightened you. Are you all right on camera?
It's as simple as
What's your
that.
name?
Andrew Kelly.
So I'm going to end
You're a paddy and all like me.
I'm going to show you one
You
thing
are, Andrew?
first.
Yeah.
Do you want to come over somewhere a bit quieter with me? Is that all right? Right, so here we are. We're still at the child abuse rally, and there's a lot of victims up there, and they're giving their piece. But I've got one here called Andy, and he's willing to speak on camera. And this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to advocate victims coming forward and showing their faces, because it's a very difficult, but you have to be very brave to do it. And I found one here. I found another hero here. So, what happened to you, Andy? Nice and loud. What's your story?
I was abused when I was 15. I was raped outside my parents' house. The guy in question at the time, he got a 2-year suspended sentence and put on the sex offenders list for 5 years. His mum was a child psychologist at the time, and
So the perpetrator, your rapist, his mother was a child psychologist. Couldn't have been a very good one, could she,
exactly.
Andy? And you know, the thing is, can I just say that what it is, we do have our humour, our black humour. You know, it's like I've spent many hours, me personally, sitting in a corner in an armchair, years with a bottle of scotch, doing that, and self-medicating and going crackers, contemplating suicide and attempting it. You know what I mean? So I attempted suicide a couple of times, so I weren't very good at it, was I? Anyway, so really I didn't want to go. But that is the sort of pain that we're putting across. But we do have a humour, don't we? So,
yeah, we do.
I'd just like to say that. So this guy, how do you feel towards this guy? Who, first of all, was he a member of the establishment or anything like that?
no, he wasn't.
What did he do? What was he do for a living? So?
He didn't do anything apart from sell drugs.
Right. So how old was he?
He was 35.
And you were?
15.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
And he was put on a sex offenders register for 5 years.
Yep.
What else happened to him, Andy? Anything?
Nothing. He was suspended for 2 years, suspended sentence.
So he never even went into prison. Did he spend any time on bail in prison?
He spent about a month while he was waiting to go to trial.
So the guy who he was found guilty though.
Yeah.
But the guy who raped you outside your home was let off.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. He was. They classed it as 3 counts of sexual assault.
Right.
But 2 years later, he also got arrested again for having 10,000 images on his computer of class 1 of child pornography. And yet again, he got 2 years suspended sentence and put on the sex offenders list.
You see, Andy, your story, unfortunately, is not unusual.
No.
Well, there are thousands, tens of thousands of stories like this, and it's our government.
Yeah.
So listen, and our legal people, our top legal people, that don't seem to have empathy with child abuse victims. If anything, they try and make us feel like criminals.
Yeah.
Now, for this guy to keep getting off, how has that affected you, your mind?
I find it very hard to trust people. Not really a lot. I moved away straight afterwards. I moved out of the area for 2 years.
But he remained in the area?
Yeah, he remained in the area.
So you even had to move because of it?
I don't really know.
Can I just ask you, did any of the social services or support groups help you move, help you to find a place?
No.
So you had to do it off your own bat?
Yeah.
So a guy's raped you outside your house, he's gone to court, he's walked out, left him on your manor, and you've had to leave. And the social services didn't even help you?
No.
What support have you had?
They gave me some leaflets, but they're all about women being attacked. And that's why I opened Stop the Hurt, because it was originally based for males only. But then I knew that because of such a large network, it's now for males and females of any age.
Right. Because this abuse doesn't discriminate between sexes, does it?
No.
And that is it.
But it's very hard because the police tend to hide away. They don't like to admit when there's a problem.
Yeah. Why? Why is that, Andy? Why do you think?
I don't know. We had a while ago one of our panel meetings, because I do voluntary work for Surrey Police. And one of our
what kind of voluntary work? Can we just have a little go at this? If we put that there and we'll stop the wind.
Crime prevention panel at Farnham Police Station.
Yeah.
And we meet up every 6 weeks and have a discussion about what we need to do to stop crime in the area. and they handed out attack alarms. And the officer at the time turned around and said that he didn't want us to give out panic alarms because it looked bad on the police.
Oh, right.
So
I can't. Can you work that one out?
No, because I thought it would look better, because at least then they know that you're trying to.
Well, I can't work that one out. Andy, I'm just going to leave you for a minute, and I'm going to go there and talk to your mates. All right?
Okay,
Will you just wait here for me, Andy? Right, come with me, Lil. Lil, come with me. Right, so do you want to chuck it on me a minute? This is Jamie and Hannah. Jamie and Hannah are Andy's mates. You've seen Andy go through pain and torment. How does it make you feel?
It makes him feel a bit upset that he's going through it.
Yeah.
You can't support him. And,
Have you seen him breaking down, Jamie?
I've seen him upset when he's.
And what does he
not
do when he's
himself.
upset?
Just sits to himself, stays quiet, doesn't really do anything.
Nowhere to go, nowhere to turn to.
Don't talk to anyone.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, like, because I'm an abuse victim, that's what I call the dark moments, the dark times, and he will always go back there. And that is what's so sad. It's for life, this. When you get abused, you suffer for life. Hannah, well, let's get the female side of it. How do you think when you see Andy in these kind of states? How does it make you feel?
No, because I'd like to do something about it, but I can't really. There's not really much I can do.
Yeah.
I'd like to help him, but he won't really talk to us about it, so we can't really help him.
Yeah.
I don't know, he just has to leave him to himself sometimes.
So you can see these people, you know what I mean? Now, this is what I'm trying to put across here. This is a big web. This isn't just the victim's family. It goes to friends. You know what I mean? And I know there's a lot of victims that lose their friends because they go into these dark moments. They become abusive to their friends, etc. And if the friends are proper, they stick by them, and they're there at the end. You know what I mean? So, well done. Shake your hand. Well done, Anna. And well done, Jamie. Now, another 2 heroes for you all. Right, now, come with me, Lil. Now we're going to go back to Andy. Right, so here we are, now back with Andrew. Now, Andrew, what I've just done, right, I just spoke to your mates and asked them how they felt about when they see you. And Hannah, especially, she said, when he gets in those, can we have it on Andrew, sorry. When he gets into these moods, she said, I would just like to help him. She says, but I just can't help him. I don't know what to do. So I'll just tell you something. It's a bit windy here, so you're going to have to allow for the wind, and it's like pissing down with rain. But I know how this man suffers, you know. And I'll tell you what, you've got 2 good mates there. Yeah, you got two good mates there, and I love them all anyway. And you keep doing what you're doing.
Brilliant.
And what is it called?
Stop the Hurt.
Give the full website.
www.pleasestopthehurt.co.uk.
There you go. Spoken like a true victim and a proper hero. Brilliant. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to give I don't normally do this, right? But at Pie Mash Films, we have what's called the Red Badge of Courage. Now, the Red Badge of Courage is a small badge which is a little bit dented and a little bit bloody, but can be worn with pride. In fact, there is no Red Badge of Courage. It's in here and in your heart. You've got one. Well done, mate.
Cheers.
All right. You crying?